Hello, today we are going to be finding the area of an irregular shape. To find the area of a regular, rectangle, or square, you just have to multiply the length times the width. But today we have to do a little bit more than that to find the area of this shape that's shaped like an L. So the first thing we'll do is see if we have all of our sides labeled. This is 8 feet, 3 feet. This side has a missing label, 3 feet, 3 feet, and this side has a missing label. So to find what this side is, we're going to look for other pieces that go in the same direction. So if I look over here, this is 8 feet and this is 3 feet. So I have to ask myself the question, should I add 8 and 3 to get a combined length here, or does it make sense to subtract 3 from 8 to make up this smaller? Since this piece is not as big as the 8, I know that this side right here should not be greater than 8. And if I add 8 plus 3, I'll get 11. So it makes sense to subtract. 8 minus 3 equals 5. So the length of this side here is 5. Now we'll move on to the bottom piece. Since we don't know what's down here at the bottom yet, we have to look for sides that are going in the same direction. So if I need to find how long this piece is, I'm going to find any piece that goes horizontally. So this 3 here is horizontal, and this 3 up here is also horizontal. They are both parallel to this bottom line, which means they're going in the same direction. So I ask myself again, should I add 3 plus 3 to make this long piece, or should I subtract 3 minus 3 to make this piece? If I subtract 3 minus 3, I'll get 0. And this piece can't be 0 because this is 3. So what I'll do is I'll add 3 plus 3, which will get me 6 feet. Now that I know what the lengths of are all my sides, I'm going to cut them into either perfect rectangles or perfect squares. So in order for me to do that, I need to figure out which way should I cut it. So I have a couple choices. I can either choose to make a line here, or I can choose to make a line here. How about we make a line that's going across? So that leaves me with 2 rectangles, and of course my line isn't perfect, I apologize, but I'm using a paint app and not a real ruler. So we're going to look at this first rectangle right here. This first rectangle that we're going to work with is in yellow. We need to find the length and the width. So if I look across here, I can clearly see that that has a width of 3 feet. But now when I look up and down, I can see 8 feet, and I also see 5 feet, and that's the calculation we found earlier. So which one of those takes us this length? We have to keep in mind that this 8 goes all the way down the figure. So we don't want it to be that long. We want it to stop right here. So that means my dimensions for this shape are 3 feet by 5 feet. And now all we have to do is multiply 3 feet times 5 feet equals 15 square feet. Now we're going to find the area of the rectangle down here at the bottom. With this pink rectangle, we still need to find the length and the width so we can calculate the area. On the pink rectangle, the length of it is 3 feet. It's 3 feet on the side. We crossed out the 8 feet because that was the whole length. So this is the only one left that makes sense. Now to find the width across, we could either use 6 feet or we can use 3 feet. The 6 feet makes up this whole bottom portion. The 3 feet only gets to right there. So we're going to cross out the 3 feet as well. Now all we have to do is multiply 6 feet times 3 feet is going to equal 18 square feet. So I have the area of the first rectangle, I have the area of the second rectangle, and the last thing that I have to do is add them together. I have to add 15 square feet plus 18 square feet. When I add 15 square feet plus 18 square feet, I get a total area of 33 square feet, and that is the total area for this L-shaped figure. I hope this helped. Thank you, and have a great day.